Oh my gosh, Marcus. Like turning a blog post into a podcast, especially with two hosts, how do you even kick that off without it just sounding like a read through?
Well, Emma, the key is really translating blog points into a natural chat. First, nail down your three core actionable steps. Then, figure out who says what, like who's the curious host and who's the expert. That makes it flow.
Right. So, okay, three core steps, but then how do you seamlessly weave in that call to action, like to book a discovery call, without it feeling totally, salesy at the end?
That's a fantastic point, Emma. The trick isn't to add a sales pitch, but to embed the call to action within your value proposition. By first clearly laying out your three core actionable steps, you've already demonstrated expertise and provided tangible benefit. Your CTA then becomes a logical next step for listeners who want to deepen that understanding or implement with guidance.
Ah, I see. So it's less about a hard sell and more about offering continued support after we've delivered solid value. How does that breaking down the three core steps specifically set up this natural transition?
Precisely. Consider your first two steps as foundational knowledge, empowering your audience. The third step often hints at a more complex application or a challenge that requires deeper engagement. That's where your call to action, like booking a discovery call, provides the direct pathway for listeners ready to move beyond the foundational content and implement with professional support. It's a natural progression, not an interruption.
Got it. So, by structuring our content to build genuine interest and illustrate a clear path forward, the book a call becomes an invitation, not a demand. That feels much more authentic and certainly more professional. I'm glad you are here. Please drop a comment below. It helps my content reach others who need to hear about how to turn your blog into a podcast. That's a great distinction, Marcus. So, building on that, what are some practical ways we can phrase the call to action itself to really solidify that feeling of an invitation for continued support rather than just a sales pitch?
Excellent question, Emma. It's about framing. Instead of buy now or book your call, consider language that emphasizes partnership and personalized solutions. Phrases like, ready to explore a personalized strategy, or let's chat about how we can tailor these steps to your unique blog. Pivot the focus from a transaction to a collaborative journey.
Oh, I love that. Personalized strategy and tailor these steps. That immediately makes it feel more bespoke, like we're genuinely offering a solution, not just pushing a service. How does tying it back to the value we just provided with the three core steps specifically enhance this invitation?
By explicitly referencing the value provided. For instance, now that you understand the foundational steps, if you're ready to implement them with expert guidance, click here for a discovery call. You're reminding them of the progress they've already made and offering the next logical supportive step. It reinforces that the CTA is there to help them achieve more.
So it's a direct continuation of our teaching, almost like saying, we've given you the map, now let us guide you on the journey. That feels incredibly authentic. So we've got the authenticity down. Now, how do we make sure this invitation, this refined call to action, isn't just authentic, but also incredibly clear and easy for our listeners to act on? What about the actual delivery of it?
Absolutely, Emma. Clarity and accessibility are paramount. After establishing the value and extending the invitation, the next step is to simplify the path. This involves precise, actionable language and clear direction regarding how they can take that next step.
Right, so no ambiguity. And speaking of clear actions for our listeners, I want to quickly remind everyone, if you find this content valuable and it's helping you transform your blog into a podcast, please subscribe and comment below. Your engagement truly helps us reach more people who need these insights.
Excellent point, Emma. And to build on that, consider the format. Is it a link in the show notes? A specific URL mentioned clearly? The fewer hurdles, the better. We're guiding them to the next stage, not setting up an obstacle course.
That's a great distinction. So it's about making the how-to just as inviting as the what for.
Precisely. It should feel like a natural progression, a helping hand extended at the perfect moment.